back at Weaver's Archery in Middleburg. Keith Weaver joins us again, and we're going to talk about target shooting now. It's the second season, right? Don't you guys call it that or something like that?
Well, the indoor target season. Yep,
okay.
Is right after gun season is over, the firearm season. There is a late archery season, but by the time that's over, the indoor target season is well underway.
Okay, so indoor target season, and there's a lot to talk about. You guys have leagues coming up, so why don't you give us the rundown on when you guys start that and how people can find out about it and how do you join?
Sure. The easiest way is to come into the shop, obviously. We can give you all the ins and outs. I'll try to give a quick rundown. Pretty much anybody can join either the spot leagues, or we also have techno hunt leagues. And if you wanted to do indoor target, that's a little bit more what we're going to look at here shortly. Whereas for the techno hunt, it's a simulated hunt, and a lot of folks just use their regular hunting bow for that. There's nothing wrong with that.
And how soon should people sign up for it? When do leagues start?
Sure. A lot of people start asking about it right around Christmas time. Different places start them different times. We start them, I believe it's January 16th after we get back from some of the trade shows. But we sign up people pretty much anywhere from Christmas, even up through, to the day of. People want something to do during the winter time. So we're going to look at a few target bows and maybe why you should want to, or maybe why you just want to get a target bow. A lot of people will use a standard hunting bow in camo for target season, and there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of the hunting bows have almost, if not as much technology in them as target bows do. But at least for myself and a lot of folks, if you want to add a little bit more pizzazz on the shooting line, why, if nothing else, it makes you look good. Having a bow with a little bit more flash into it. Notice the high gloss finish. And this is the anodized finish on the riser. This is the Hoyt Nitrum. This is the Hoyt Hyper Edge. This one here, my sales rep Tony Tazza won quite a few tournaments in 2016 with this particular model. Then there's the price point Hoyt Freestyle, and then in Matthews they have a brand new one for 2017 called the Halen Exocomp, and this is very similar to the standard Halen X, but they redesigned a little bit to it, and where a lot of the target bows are quite expensive, this one here is a little bit more affordable. So I already sold one of these, and it's a really nice bow for the money and highly adjustable. Elite for 2017 has a new coating that they put on the riser part. They call it the rhinodize. It's a very durable finish, and they can do this in-house, where with the anodizing finish they had to send that out of a third party, and so they can produce this a lot faster, and there again it's almost half the cost of the anodizing finishing. So we have those. This is the Victory 37. I have this in the red, and also what is called the Timberwolf Gray, kind of like a pewter color. Really nice color for 2017. All right, and then also in Elite, this is still the same bow, the Victory 37, and what Elite calls the Ninja Black. You can hunt with that, you can target shoot with it, at home, on the range, or hunting. So a little bit about arrows for shooting indoor target. You can use your regular diameter hunting shaft, which is something about like this, or you can use a much larger diameter shaft for punching that next scoring line. And here's how it works. If you shoot this arrow, and we're gonna go for the 10 ring, and if I just miss the 10 ring, okay, I get a 9. Now the next guy up, if he shoots his target right here, as long as you touch or break that next line, you get the next higher point. Okay, so in this case here, the larger diameter arrow really improves the score, oftentimes about 10 to 15, sometimes 20 points, which is huge in terms of your weekly score. And there's a bunch of different spine weights or stiffnesses. It's not just a matter of getting an arrow just large diameter just to shoot a large diameter arrow. You want to make sure you get the right length, the right point weight, the right fletching materials, the right arrow rest to handle that larger diameter shaft, because you want to shoot good, not just hope that you're shooting good. You want to make it shoot good, and here at Weaver's Archery we can help you do that. You know, so some of the differences with indoor archery versus outdoor. Outdoor archery is oftentimes 3D, and that's at differing ranges. You have to really be good at guesstimating yardage, and then you have to move your sight exactly accordingly. With indoor, it's a fixed yardage. Everybody knows it's 20 yards or 18 meters, as some people know it. And you don't have the elements to work with. You don't have the sun shining in your eyes. You don't have really windy, so on and so forth. It's a much more controlled environment. So, you know, some people say that takes the fun out of it, but at least for me, you know, it's you and the bow. There's things that your target will tell you that you need to work on that maybe you didn't see outside in a 3D competition, where indoor will show it to you. The sighting system for indoor versus outdoor is very similar. Your arrow rest is very similar. A lot of folks will have very similar stabilizers. It's just that more of a controlled environment versus not necessarily a controlled environment.
So Keith, that's some great advice for indoor archery. But my question to you, you do both, indoor and outdoors. What's more nerve-wracking? Shooting at a deer or shooting in here when there's maybe a lot of people looking?
It's very similar in terms of when you're looking for a wild animal. There's a lot of nerves that you got to keep under control. But also indoor, you know, if you got a really good score going, a really good end going, as you get closer and closer to the finish of the end, why the pressure does start mounting, because, you know, at least for me, this past, I think it was April, I shot one of my best ever scores, and about 3/4 of the way through, I'm like, wow, this game is going pretty good here, and man, I got to make these shots count, and even more so, you know, if you're going to a big sanctioned shoot, or if you're going to go to the big Las Vegas shoot. I don't think I'll ever make it there, but it's fun here. Just you know, we keep it light, and we keep it fun. You know, I've seen some folks get really highly upset at missing one shot, and to me that takes the fun out of it. I want it to be fun. Archery is fun. Something you want to do again and again with your friends, with your comrades that you got to know from shooting the indoor season when it's snowy and cold outside, and just a lot of fun.
I think the difference is, though, if you miss the buck or the doe, you're usually not going to get another shot in that season. Here, you miss the target, you do a bad score, there's always another round the next time, right?
Sure,
right? There's another one to do. You get right back up on the horse, as they say, right? Okay, so the leagues are coming up January 16th, the video and everything. How can people find you guys and get more information on it?
Sure. Again, best ways to come into the shop right along 522 between Middleburg and Selinsgrove. WeaversArchery.com, our Facebook page, or call, stop in, email, however you want to do it.
And Weavers is?
Excellence in Archery.
Next on The Great Outdoors, we'll take a tour around North Point Auto.